This one is for all the fans out there who live for the week of the year dedicated to the killers of the sea, Shark Week. And since this is a cryptid channel, let's take a look at the Meg, ocean assassin and movie star.
Let's talk about
Megalodon.
Let's talk about
Megalodon.
From the Greek meaning giant tooth, Megalodon had a size range from 40 to 60 feet, with some estimations going possibly up to almost 80. Meg may have died out due to a decline in food sources from competing ocean predators. The largest shark ever to prowl the ocean with teeth 3 times the size of a great white, it hunted in the warm, shallow seas that covered much of the planet at the time, with Meg teeth being found on every continent except Antarctica. Although a real creature that once swam the ancient seas during the Miocene era, this massive deadly shark has reached its cryptid status through TV shows, books, and movies, which place this extinct fish smack dab in today's oceans right alongside humans. We were already afraid to go in the water after Jaws, so of course its bigger, older cousin would instill even more fear in us taking to the water.
That's a shark. And you better do something about this one, because I don't intend to go through that hell again.
One of the more popular series about this primordial hunter is by author Steve Alten. Hailed as a Jaws meets Jurassic Park, the Meg series is composed of 7 books, and the plot mainly revolves around deep-sea diver and paleontologist Jonas Taylor as he discovers a species long thought extinct alive and well. The Meg, in its base form, pits modern humans against enormous megalodon sharks. I've read the series numerous times and look forward to each new book that comes out. Further into the series, even more deadly creatures arrive from the prehistoric seas, blending science and fiction. Sometimes a little bit too far-fetched, but always at the very least entertaining, which brings us right into the movies. There are 2 movies so far based on the book series that have been released, The Meg and Meg 2: The Trench. The Meg had a box office of over $530 million, so its popularity with audiences prompted a sequel. Today we are just focusing on the first movie. Since I saw Jaws, there has been no bigger fear instilled in me than sharks, and I get excited every time a new shark movie comes out, and 2018's The Meg was no exception. By the time I sat down in that movie theater opening day, I had freeze-framed every second of the trailer, trying to collect little nibble bits of the movie as it pertained to the book over and over again. The movie took on less of a science-y tone and more of an underwater Rambo from the start, and I'm not going to lie, I didn't hate it. If you have not watched the first Meg movie or read the book series and don't want me to spoil anything for you, I'd stop listening now. Meg stars Jason Statham as Jonas Taylor, which if you read the series, you know right there that that's a huge stretch. Statham as Mac would have worked, but as Jonas, not so much. At the beginning of the first book, Jonas was a 39-year-old deep-sea diver and paleontologist, not a vigilante oceanographer. The movie slowly veers off course from the book, and understandably so. Audiences don't want to watch a 2-hour movie about a washed-up scientist trying to convince people over half the movie that there's a massive extinct predator roaming the oceans, swimming, eating, and making little baby sharks.
It's really a miracle of evolution. All this machine does is swim and eat and make little sharks.
They want to see a beast that has escaped the thermocline attacking boats and eating people, with Dwight from The Office playing the sleazy billionaire.
Did you guys ever watch Shark Week?
The movie cuts out a lot of plot lines from the book, such as the Meg's bioluminescence, a reflection of its deep-sea habitat. Book Meg evolves in dark waters and has a sensitivity to light, while movie Meg cruises about in bright sunlight with no problem. Movie Meg seems to gravitate towards hunting and killing people purposefully, a la Jaws 4, while Book Meg is attacking whales for a food source more fitting of a 70-foot shark. Book Meg is also pregnant, making the killer capture of her a ticking clock in the novel's premise, and Baby Meg is captured for scientific studies in subsequent books. The gore from the book was toned down for the movie to make it more audience-friendly, becoming more of an action comedy. But you have to take your big-budget Meg movies where you can get them, which isn't very often. All in all, I enjoyed the campiness of the movie, and the shark didn't look that bad. The end kill from movie to book was a little disappointing, but when you have lines like,
I'm gonna make this thing bleed,
you can't expect perfection, just a good romp with a big shark. We've gone round the horn today with Megs from reality to movies, and while sightings still come in from sailors and mariners of unnaturally large sharks in the ocean, some claiming to see sharks well over 50 feet, I hope you agree with me that this is a creature we hope stays well hidden.